Alrighty guys, Sons of the Forest is finally here, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a benchmark here. I have an RTX 3070, Ryzen 5 5600X, and 16 gigs of 4000 megahertz RAM. And if you're curious about what my cooling is and my case and all that, just ask in the comments, I'll respond to you. But yeah, those are my PC specs, and currently I'm playing on everything Ultra with DLSS on quality at 1440p, as you can see, 1440p, everything as high as it'll go here, DLSS on quality, and yeah, this stuff here, I haven't messed with these settings right here. I just turned motion blur off because I do that for every game. And also my FOV is at 80. I'm saying that because FOV can kind of affect your performance a little bit, but I'm not going to change this. It's going to be at 80 for the whole video. I'm also not going to be changing my resolution, and it's just to keep the video shorter and simpler, because if I did like all the different settings at each different resolution, that would take ages and the video would be super long. But yeah, it's just going to be 1440p. And yeah, first let's just see how the game runs at everything Ultra, and then we'll move down the settings and see how it performs. And also, I think I'm going to leave DLSS on for the entire duration of the video, just to eliminate another setting that we have to change. And let's be honest, if you can use DLSS, just use it. You know, you can only use DLSS, by the way, if you have an RTX GPU. But if you can't use DLSS, just use FSR. It works pretty good too. But yeah, everything DLSS is going to be on entire video. But yeah, let's get into the video and see how it runs. So this is everything Ultra, as I mentioned, and DLSS on quality. And I gotta say, I'm very impressed. Very, very, very impressed. Man, it is it's already starting to get dark, man. Just very impressed with how it runs, you know, especially with the recent games that have been releasing, like Hogwarts Legacy and like Forspoken. Them games just did not run good at all on its initial release day. But man, look at that. We haven't even had any stutters yet. Any stutters. Look at that frame time graph. It is relatively pretty freaking flat. No stutters, pretty good FPS for everything being on Ultra. Like, I'm totally satisfied with between 60 and 70 FPS. And I do have to speed this up. I don't want it to get dark while I'm recording this. So let's try out everything. Or I'm just gonna use presets. Just to keep it simpler. Let's do the high preset now. And everything else is gonna stay the same. Alright. Immediately noticing that the FPS didn't change very much at all, but I think that is because we're having a VRAM bottleneck. You might notice that my VRAM is almost fully maxed out. I had this GPU has 8 gigabytes of VRAM, and it's using 7,700 megabytes. So that might be the bottleneck there. I don't think it's my CPU. It's definitely not my RAM. So yeah, that's kind of weird that the performance didn't change. But let's try everything on the medium preset now, and everything is going to stay the same. Okay, definitely performance is definitely better now, a little bit better. In the 80s. It kind of dips right there. Oh shoot, man, it is getting dark. Oh man. I don't know if I have a way to sleep yet, because I haven't set up a shelter. Yeah, this is everything on medium. Again, we're still almost using all of my VRAM, so I'm thinking that still has to be the bottleneck. I don't think it's GPU because, well, not like, this is kind of hard to explain, but I definitely think it's a VRAM bottleneck. But let's try out low settings now. And once again, everything is going to stay the same. And okay, I definitely notice a big visual difference now. The foliage, like look at that, just over there where that deer's running, there's like no foliage at all. And once again, that is really weird that the performance is not really changing. I mean, it's a little bit better, like almost into the 90s there, but I feel like it should be much better. And man, that water is really loud. But that is kind of weird. I would have thought the performance would have gotten much better on everything low. Man, that's kind of weird. Okay, let's try out everything on low. Wait, is there another low? Oh, there is. Ultra low. Okay, that's nice. Let's try that out. Alright. Once again, that is really weird. Really, really, really weird. I don't know if that has anything to do with my system or just the game's fault. But I feel like the performance really should be getting much better than this. You know, it is not much better at all than it was at everything Ultra, which is just weird. But yeah, let's try everything on low and do DLSS performance. God, that is... Okay, this just doesn't look like DLSS is even on right now. Or at least on performance. Stuff never looks this good when DLSS is on performance. Never ever, especially foliage. Okay, I think that definitely has something to do with the game, because DLSS performance never ever ever looks this good. Ever. Well, wait, hold on. A good test here. Let's look at my dude's hair over here. Yeah, no way. No way this is DLSS performance. Hair always looks terrible when DLSS is on performance. Okay, so I'm just thinking that didn't apply, even though I applied it. But man, it is getting dark quick here. Let's try. I want to go everything back up to Ultra again with DLSS on performance. I don't think it's applying, but okay. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. There's no way this is DLSS performance. No way. And it is getting dark really quick here. And again, the FPS is not much better than it was when DLSS was on quality. So I don't think DLSS performance is applying. This looks just like DLSS with quality, or I don't even know. Actually, I know DLSS works because there's a performance boost when you go from TAA to DLSS and quality, but I don't think it's applying the different settings for DLSS. Because this looks the same. Let's look at his hair again. Yeah, normally there would be like really bad. Hair would just look really bad when DLSS was on. But man, it is getting dark, and I feel like we covered most of the settings. And overall, the performance is just kind of weird. It doesn't run bad, and that was like our first stutter this entire time. Performance isn't bad at all, really. It's just kind of weird that we don't gain performance like I would think we should when we change the settings. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. After maybe a couple updates, I'll probably do another benchmark, and I'm also going to do a optimized settings video for this game. So yeah, keep an eye out for those. Subscribe, like, do all that stuff, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.